And you know, I don't have those. Oh god, I missed this title screen. Let's turn up those jams. Oh, I missed this game so much. I love this game. Oh god. I just want to enjoy this title screen for a little bit because I really like this game. All right, let's get in there. Oh god, I don't remember how to play this game. Hey partner, we made it. We got all the way west. Surely did. Thanks for having me along, Ricky. It's been good times by and large. Let's see. Am I forgetting about it? You're in the middle of investigating a missing shipment. Ask for. No, I don't want to do Breadwood stuff. Wow, that's a walk cycle, all right. Oh, there's so many idiocy. I don't know. I don't think you were around when I first played this game. Oh man. So there's this option here. There's two things that I absolutely loved about this mode. So about this game in general. So you know, you got all the real stuff. And then you got nerd mode, which displays a log describing what happens in combat, you know, general stuff that I like. You got best font mode, changes the typeface of the game to Arial. Please don't do this. We turned that off. It looks horrible. Save inventory options. You got colorblind mode, which you never know what this does, but I turned it on just in case. Because I like to see what they change, but the game's in black and white. And then you got stupid walking. So this is the normal walk cycle. You know, it's just a walk cycle. Then you got stupid walking. And this is that. So if I remember correctly, the DLC is over in Dirtwater. You notice a smoldering hole in the ground and recognize it as the habitat of the southeast western coal snake. They keep to themselves mostly, but they're also known to enjoy a fight if one is thrust upon them. All right, let's do the combat again. It's been a while. Let's see. Buffalo, Buffalo, Buffalo Bill shoots the coal snake for 10 damage. Oh god, I have so many skills. Bad medicine, fan the hammer. Oh, yo, 420 to 432 damage. Shoot nanny. Heal yourself for 10, won't end the turn. I have 7 action points. All right. Oh, I didn't actually want to do that. Whatever, I hit him. Yeah, my character's like pretty overpowered right now too. So that's also something. I've actually been wanting to do another playthrough of this game because I really like it. Like, this game is like exactly my humor. Oh yes, this is a good walk cycle. There's a weird ghostly carriage here. Get in? Heck yeah. You hop in the ghostly carriage, which seems to support your and Susie's weight well enough. An invisible driver yells, "Yeah!" and cracks an invisible whip, and an invisible horse snorts. The carriage starts moving, and soon you're out of sight of Dirtwater. Exciting. This game also has a lot of reading. Obviously, it's a text-based adventure, but you know, strap in. Oh my god. Reckonin at Gunn Manor. Oh yes, I'm so excited. A thick gray fog envelops the carriage and you lose all sense of time and space. Eventually, the fog clears and the carriage parks near a very large and ornate mansion. Disembodied voice calls, "All out for Gunn Manor! Last stop!" Carriage house door is locked. I hope Buffalo, Buffalo, Buffalo Bill came with us. Ooh-wee! I never imagined a house that big! Yeah, dang. Me neither. I'd want a map and compass just to walk from one end to the other. At least a piece of chalk. And then the dang maid comes by and wipes your marks off the walls and you get lost coming back from the bathroom. Heh. Heh. That's all you get. That's all you get from my character. Well, I need water. Luckily, I was smart enough to get myself some today. One of your friends had a house so large that you got lost in it the first time you went over. Alright, so I have a question. Because I've always kind of wondered about that. Did you start calling for help? Or did you just wander around until you figured out where you were because you were embarrassed? Because I would just... I would realize I was lost, and then I would just start yelling. But, like, there's definitely those people that would just wander because they're too embarrassed to admit they got lost. The visitor center is bereft of any employees. Where the heck is everyone? Let's see if we can find out. Oh, God. Oh, I don't have any meat on me. Sign on this machine says genuine Gunn Manor souvenir tokens. Make your wishes come true. Just 400 meat. Why can I negotiate with a machine? I don't know what this machine does, but you do know you don't know how to operate it. There's nobody here to validate you, parking or otherwise. Crank is missing from this record player. There's an old framed photograph of Mrs. Gunn on the wall with a little explanatory plaque underneath it. You did walk into a room behind his dad and didn't ask him how to get out because you were too embarrassed. That's pretty funny. No, you wondered and wasn't panicking, so you try to explore. I wouldn't be panicked, I'd just be like, God damn it, I'm lost. I feel like a dumbass. Okay, the photograph is of a young Mrs. Gunn, smiling as she accepts a fancy trophy from a man in a suit. A frowning man wearing a lab coat is standing behind her. The plaque reads, Terry Gunn, an assistant, accepting the 1869 Why Didn't We Think of That award for excellence in preventing from the National Academy of Profitable Sciences. Let's see, it's an info desk, but the only info you know about right now is that there's nobody staffing it. Unfortunately, there's nobody here to sell you a snack right now. The photo counter is unattended and you don't know how to use this kind of camera. You're not a thief, so you're gonna have to wait until there's someone you can pay before you get any of this candy. Souvenirs. Uncharacteristically, the IRS has actually added 50% to this sign. Oh no, this game is so fucking... I love this game so much. The jokes are just so bad. Past here is just nothing. Where is this place? Can I look in the windows? No. Oh hey, the lady carrying some weird equipment. I'm gonna go in the horse stable before I go to the right more. Because I'm pretty sure I have enough to get in here. You pick the lock. There's a guy slouching around in here smoking a cigarette. Hiya. Hey, sup? Do you work here? Are you a parking attendant or something? Yeah, I guess. I validate people's parking in that. Can you... I'm on break. Oh. Well, really everyone's on break. Kinda. Oh, what do you mean? A whole bunch of ghosts showed up in ghost carriages all of a sudden. Everyone's either hiding out or kidnapped. Yo, this song though? Kinda loud. Needs to be turned down a bit. I think that's good. Maybe a little lower? Perfect. I got here in a ghost carriage. Oh man, did I die somewhere and not notice? Am I a ghost? The guy jabs your forehead with one finger. Ow. Nope. 45 moxie to convince him to go back to work. Okay, well, you should probably go back to work now. Yeah? Why is that? Cause I'm gonna rescue all the other employees, and if they come back and catch you slacking off, they'll be ticked. Aw, jeez. Okay, fine, just let me finish this smoke before you go getting all heroic. Alright. So stupid. Oh god, I didn't want to go outside. It's a pair of old hedge clippers. I got an item, hedge clippers. These apply, let's see. Oh wow, these are really good. Wait a minute. Your uncle used to refer to these things as shrub scissors. These ones look like a pretty effective tetanus delivery device. Oh wait, I think I had the artillery saber because it's plus. Yeah. So I have the artillery saber because it adds to my pistol attack damage. My pistol is what I mainly use. Maybe there's something useful in this cabinet. There is something useful. You got an item, nearly empty herbicide can. You got an item, handful of nails. Can somebody, hey, somebody left a book on the seat of this one. You got an item, modern snake oiler, issue 199. Ooh, 100% reading it. There's a fold-out chart listing all of the hottest new poisons. Gives expert poisoner a passive skill that multiplies the amount of poison you apply to enemies when you poison them. That's every single skill. I got them all. You memorize the chart of poison. Fascinating stuff. Unfortunately, you get so distracted thinking about new kinds of poisons that you misplace the magazine. Rats. Hey, there's something on the floor of this coach. It's courtesy. It's a courtesy hammer for the coach's passengers. Oh man, when my Uber driver has a hammer, just a courtesy hammer, it's my favorite. Please don't hurt him with it. After all, you hardly know him. Hammer? I hardly know her. Ooh, they had their own custom stagecoaches. A pile of loose boards. This is one of my favorite things. You can build stuff, and sometimes there's items in them. Ah! Right. This shit's so stupid. How horrifying. Oh my god. Various boring tools. Like drills and awls. Tools for boring. It's just a lathe. It's not worth it getting into a lather over. Just fucking spelled boo. I spelt it out. Ugh. This game. The writers are comedy geniuses. This is like by far the funniest game I've ever played. Actually, it's really close between this and Glitter Mitten Grove. It's a lady carrying some weird equipment. Alright. Excuse me, do you work here? Who, me? No. Nuts! I can't find any employees in the gift shop either. I haven't even started this job yet, and already it's a pain in my neck. What's wrong? I can't get inside Mrs. Gunn. I can't get inside. Miss Gunn hired me to come out here and deal with a bunch of spooks that are haunting up the place. Can't do that if I can't get in the front door, though. Who's Mrs. Gunn? You never heard of Terry Gunn? Should I have? Well, you got Glitter Mitten Grove in a bundle and still haven't played it? Would that be a good one to do with friends? Yes, actually. I want to mention something about it though, but I don't know if it's saying too much. But it's incredible. I loved it. Yeah, it's really good. I highly suggest it. Well, I wouldn't think so. She's a pretty famous inventor. You've got her best known invention hanging right there on your belt. She invented belt buckles? Wow! Guns. She invented guns. Oh. Spooks, like ghosts? What's Glittermitten Grove? It's a fairy simulator. So it's like you have to like help your civilization of fairies like survive through the winter. It's pretty cool. I really like it. And like there's like this whole mining aspect. And like it gets real deep. And like it's got like a lot of it's pretty complex actually. I highly suggest it. Fairies. Oh, let's see. Spooks, like ghosts? Exactly that. Yep. 13 of them according to my instruments. Florence Cunningham Ghost Annihilation Services. That's me. Interesting. What do you annihilate them with? Science. I was gonna guess that weird kind of rifle-like contraption you're carrying. Yeah, it shoots science. What's wrong with the front door? Front door? Well, it's locked. No, not locked. No. So what's the problem? Okay, see, I'm a ghost hunter. I ain't a spider hunter. I don't hunt spiders at all. And there's a huge, gross, hairy, fang, drooling giant spider in the foyer. So until I either find another way in or find someone else to take care of the spider hunting side of this biz, I'm staying right the frig out of there, okay? I can see you feel pretty strong about this. I do. Well, maybe I can help you out. Hey, that'd be swell. You know, you look reasonably tough and or wily. Why don't we team up? I'll handle the ghosts and you can handle the things that aren't ghosts. Okay, let's go. Roger, copy. It's Ricky, actually. This was basically your reaction to the deep accursed in Dark Souls 3. I'm staying the frig out of here. I mean, if I saw a giant spider in the foyer, I would stay out of it. It's an informative plaque about the Hedge Maze. The bronze plaque reads, the Gunn Manor Hedge Maze was erected in 1888 for the entertainment of guests and the families, then 2 daughters. You are welcome to meander its paths, though we recommend caution during the winter. Below that is pasted a handwritten note. Actually, we recommend staying out altogether because some crazy wizard moved in and has been animating the shrubs. Danger! Oh no, I'm already lost. You would kill it? I don't like spiders. Wait. Oh hey, back of Gunn Manor. Oh god, this is a big DLC, isn't it? The remains of a coal delivery man. His bones are charred as though he were burned in some kind of coal man stove. Smells like coal, but it's empty. Ugh. It's a huge mound of food in various stages of decay. Maybe someone's trying to start a compost heap. That'd be the charitable explanation anyways. Someone else gonna acknowledge the Shining homage, or is acknowledging it too pedestrian? I haven't seen that movie. So I don't know it. Don't hate me! Let's see. I'm pretty sure I have a hat that gives me stench resistance. Yes. Ass mask. You dig through the trash and find a single item of non-trash. You got an item. Jumbo shrimp fork. Ah, yes, a jumbo shrimp fork. Wait, why do you hate me? What did I do? Ooh, deals extra damage against cows and other demonic creatures. Plus 10 moxie. That's actually really good. Because I haven't seen The Shining. Everything or that. It's a coal chute. Wait. Did it say shoot down it? No, it just said climb down. It's the coal chute. Shoot on up it. It seems to you like this machine is designed to suck up coal and send it through the wall. But then again, you're no expert in matters of coal or sucking. Because I rule. Florence, the ghost hunter. What's the skinny, compadre? She raises an eyebrow at you and glances at one of her weird instruments. According to my weird instruments, there are 13 ghosts left on the premises. More precisely, there are 4 left on the first floor, 4 left on the second, and 5 on the third. Let's see. I'm surprised you followed me in here despite the spiders. Yeah, well, if there's one thing I hate more than spiders, it's missing out on a chance to shoot accelerated protons at some kind of spectral entity. Cool. Is this a spectral entity? I guess so. You holler for Florence and she comes over to you. Whoa, Nelly, hold on a sec. That's a ghost. Those things are dangerous. I wasn't expecting to see any of these here. What, you're a ghost hunter and you're here specifically to hunt ghosts? No, that's just ghosts. This is a ghost. A greater hunt originating from spectral transmissions. Totally different from a ghost. Except for the name, you mean. Wait, except for... Anyway, those things can be pretty tough. Heck, I knew I should have brought a bismuth bomb. A what bomb? Bismuth. It's a sort of silvery metal that screws with spectral energy, the way iron does with magnetic energy. Huh, so where do we get a Bibsmoth bomb? Bismuth! Normally I just make them myself in my lab. Oh, so much for that idea. Just fight the thing. Oh, yo, the soundtrack though? Oh. Whiff. All right, so we're gonna hit it with the... Oh, I forgot. God, this is a sick track. So this is the tech. You hit them with the bad medicine. You boost yourself with the strong medicine. You know, we could do a second bad medicine too. But I'm gonna save my AP for now. And then you do a fan of the hammer. Choo, 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 choo. Let's see. Target. Oh, yeah. Debuff, buff, JRPG. Exactly. Once you've got your buffs and debuffs, just up JRPG. Just JRPG the shit out of them. Exactly. Buffalo Bill shoots a coal dust ghost for 33 damage. All right, so Buffalo Bill is gonna be our winner here. I might deploy a snake. Yeah, let's put a snake out. Oh, we put poison on him though. Ah! Run! Oh no! This is bad. This might make me pass out. No! You get so angry about losing that fight that you pass out. That thing knocked you out cold. It knocked me out cold. You wake up the next morning in your bed. Susie must have carried you back here after you got knocked out. You're a little sore, but not otherwise any worse for wear. You're pretty hungry though, and sober. Day 4. That sucks, because I just lost all my buffs. So the way building your character works in this game, you eat stuff, you drink stuff, and you take potions. And those things buff your moxie. They buff your stats, basically. And the best thing to do is just, like, you know, focus on one stat, obviously. So the stat I focus mainly is moxie. Deadeye. Oh, I might wait for that. Oh no, maybe fan the hammer though. Maybe wait for Snake. Alright, let's see what I got to eat. Other stuff. Miscellany. Yeah. Deep Tequila, Mysticality +3, Moxie +6. Okay, so Menudo Geodes are very likely gonna be eaten. Turning you into a spooky ghost. Can I eat this? Huh. You know, we're gonna wait for that. Speed by 3, that might be good. Oh, that potted meat's actually pretty damn good too. Clown sausage, mediocre. Goblin sandwich, Moxie by 5 for the rest of the day, but decreases muscle and mysticality. Increases mysticality, melee damage, muscle. Increases armor. Burial whiskey. Tripe pie. Sugar guns. Increases range damage by 3 for the rest of the day. Not bad. Yo, what's up, Will? How's it going? Anthem equals west of Loathing. Got him. How's it going, Will? How you doing? We just got bodied. Increases your muscle by 11 and your maximum HP by 25 for the rest of the day. But you shouldn't drink it. Drink it. Spooky resistance by 15. Hot resistance. Oh, olive gin cone. Perfect. You drink the fancy cocktail. Whoever first thought of combining gin and olives was really onto something. They'll be rich! Melee ranged and spell damage. I do use a lot of range, so this might be good actually. You're about to grab some dinner? Well, yeah, what are you having? Cality. Oh, wait, no, I don't want this. Opens third eye halfway. Oh, hot dog. Hot dog! So I could eat a Menudo Geode and a saucy dog, probably. I'm probably gonna have one of these too. Your eyes go all wonky. Well, 2 of them do. The third one is finally open, at least halfway. Oh. Increases Moxie by 11 and maximum AP by 1. I have 3 of these. You're no cow scientist, but you're pretty sure this would kill you if you drank it. Come to think of it, you're pretty sure that there's not even any such thing as a cow scientist. Damn. I just want to drink the cow throw up. Do I remember that old Pikmin 2 commercial? No. Painted beefsteak. Oh, nice. Chocolate custard. We're definitely eating this. You eat the custard with gustard. I mean gusto. Nah, it was gustard. Alright, well, our tummy's full now. Yeah, no. Saprilla. Or a moonshine. I hope I didn't, like, prematurely drink stuff. Oh, wait, this is really good. Ah, woo! Children! Hot dog! Igloo. Hot dog. Hot dog. I forgot that there's this whole quest line where you just get a bunch of bottles of sarsaparilla and it's all spelt differently. Sarsaparilla, sarsaparilla, sarsaparilla. So stupid. This game's so dumb. Oh, I'm just trying to find yummy drinks. Or peanut butter. This determines how many potions I could use. Alright, so I can drink one more thing of alcohol. was the thing I drank earlier? Was it? No, not cheap whiskey. Ranch punch? No. Cheap tequila? Wasn't the snake medicine. Not hog oil. Decent whiskey. Maybe I'll just wait for this. Yeah, because I don't really have any good alcohol. All right, let's check out our potions. Oh, wait, look, here's... how did I not see this? Oh, because it's in... Okay, you click on consumables and then you get the other stuff. No, keep treating Phantom Frost like a child. It's fine. You're allowed to. Oh, hey! Bottle of fine wine. This wine has been aged to perfection. You pop the cork out of the fine wine and guzzle it like a fancy gentleman. Fine wined and fine dined. Burp. Alright, potions. Ranch dressing is a potion. Increases Moxie. Oh, okay, these are potions. Sarsaparilla is a potion. Nerve pills. Oh, I can't drink that! I might just drink all my sarsaparilla. What are my stats at right now? Oh, Jesus. Moxie's at 99. I maxed it out. Okay. So I don't even need to worry about Moxie anymore. I'm sorry that this is so dull right now. It's just the fact if you're younger than me, then you're automatically like 12. It's true. I'm pretty sure Phantom's like 8 years old. So I can actually rub this grave dirt on me. It's like regular dirt, but spookier. You rub the grave dirt under your eyes, giving them a sunken, haunted look. Very grim. I might as well eat one of these sugar guns. Like, why not? You eat the sugar guns and you're delighted to discover that they are black licorice flavored. Yay. Yay. I hate black licorice. Yeah, we could eat these sugared pork balls probably as well. Increase your speed by 10, but reduce your muscle by 5. You eat the pork balls. You still don't understand why this counts as candy. The only thing stopping this from being a full meal is its size. And its nutritional content. Alright, so I still have room for 3 potions. You're only a year younger than me? Yeah, but you're younger than me. That's the thing. Oh, I gotta... Okay, let's leave my house. Bale, 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 bale. Oh! I couldn't believe that. That was so dumb. Alright, let's go back. Do I want to go back to the coal mine? I don't think I'm ready for it yet. It was a little... That enemy kind of bodied me. Help! Alright, let's see here. Oh god. You probably use the herbicide on those guys from a distance. These things are more aggressive than most of the foliage you've encountered, except maybe that holy bush you fell... That holly bush you fell into when you were 3. Alright, let's see if we can fight these guys. Oh, definitely. These guys are going down. Florence shoots a dense bush for 70 damage, doing round 1. So we're definitely buffing ourselves. And then we're gonna shoot Nanny. Pew, pew, pew. You're like 8 or 7 years younger than Will, so you get that. Nah, Frost, you're like 8. Susie built some makeshift cover. Aha! Oh, that did nothing. Oh, Jesus! Damn it. I need to do that again, or else I'm gonna die. I need to heal more. This DLC is brutal. Frost is literally a child, I know. This will hit the dense bush instead. Well, I can crossfire. Uh-oh. Damn! These enemies are tough. Okay, this will hit. I would love to get rid of that dense bush. You lied about your age because Twitch doesn't check? Call the cops! Wham! Alright, let's kill him. Magic infused leaf. Its leaf still tingles with the magic energy that animated it when it was part of a malevolent topiary beast. Hooray! You... Are we telling you that you're the only one over 60 here? You thought this was a 60 plus stream? Help, I'm fading. Yeah, that's why, like, for me, like, I don't ever, like, look older. I'm like 80 something. For me, as I age, I just slowly vanish from this world. That's why I'm, like, kind of, like, fading today. I'm on the brink of death. I don't know if I'll be here the rest of the week. But, yeah, I'm see-through today because I'm dying. Also, you leave those hedge monsters in a fragrant heap. I'm not dead yet. It's not over yet. Phew, thanks. You'd think a gal could sit and eat her lunch in a weird hedge maze without getting accosted by monsters. What is the world coming to? You said it. Is it safe to go? I should get back to work. What do you do here? I work in the visitor center. I run the token smashing machine. We sell these little brass tokens stamped with the museum logo. You can either use them in the wishing well or run them through a machine that rolls them out flat and stamps the museum logo onto them. That's my job. It stamps the museum logo onto them again? Yeah, but they're longer after that. Huh. So do you think it's safe to leave yet? Yeah, you should be fine. The lady leaves. Get it? Get it? Get it? Leaves. Leaves. Man, this game makes all the jokes for me. I don't even have to think about the jokes when I play this game. You know, if someone had to inherit the stream, I would be happy that it's idiocy. This must be that Hedge Wizard. Give him a trimmin'. Give him a trimmin'! Hedges, heed my call! Damn. Alright, so we definitely gotta buff ourselves. You're not qualified? I don't know idiocy. I'm pretty sure you're more funny than I am. Phew! An arcane hedge. Oh, let's disable him actually. This is optimal. This game was made by the future me? Seriously though. I think I after finishing school, I went back in time and made this game so I could stream it for myself. Cause this game is like 1,000,000,000% my humor. The stats all over here on this part of the screen aren't super important, so you guys don't need to worry about them too much. Florence will shoot her target for 30 damage. Or 3 damage. 3? Whatever. I'm killing him. Pew, pew, pew. Oh, he just ran off. You've only succeeded in kicking the Hedge Wizard's ass down the roadways. It was still pretty satisfying. Let's chase that jerk down. It's a big topiary W. Maybe it stands for, why should somebody make a topiary W? Well, at least he didn't run very far. Not far enough. By far? So stupid. This game is so dumb. Yeah. Yeah, so this will kill. This will stun, so he can't summon more. Oh, let's see. Oh, no! Yeah, let's finish him. Retreat! Please don't whiff. Oh, thank you. Magic confused. Okay, this is getting pretty annoying. Find him and end it. H is for hedge. Probably. Okay, at this point, he's got nowhere left to run. Well, assuming that weird portal thing behind him is exit only. What did I get? Oh, magic infused leaf. Oh, I can make stuff. Wait, no, 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 no. No way. You have 10 magic infused leaves. What would you like to make? No more leaving. I'm leaving. I want to make a hat. Oh, it kind of sucks. Actually, it's not bad at all, but it sucks for me. They're not really laurels, but if you describe a wreath as being a wreath of anything other than laurels, people assume they're supposed to nail it to their door at Crimbo rather than put it on their heads. By the way, Crimbo is the canonical Christmas of this game. A salad. Haha! You have 0... You got a magic infused salad. A bowl of leaves totally counts as a salad. No more leaving. I'm leaving. Oh god damn it. This game's so funny. Alright, I think I need to drink some potions to increase my muscle. Drinking this ranch dressing might help too. You put the poultice on part of... Wait, that's right. It's a band-aid made out of ranch. You put the poultice on on the part of you think is most likely to get stabbed later today. Just a guess, really. This is an amazing poultice. You can apply it to your wounds before you even get them. Nothing really increases my... Maybe another ranch dressing? I don't know. Maybe this? What's my armor at? I don't know what my armor is, actually. Let's see. Is there a Crimpus? It's Crimbo. It's a Candle Night ranch. You don't know why it's America's number salad dressing. I don't... Alright. That's because good ranch is good. Like, Pizza My Heart ranch? Ugh. Put it on everything. Hedges, heed my call. All right, what's a shoot nanny cost? I think 3. Yeah, so I could use 2 bad medicines. 1, 2. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, you're a food scientist. Wait a minute. You're legally supposed to know how to do that. All right, let's pray this shoot nanny hits. Yay! Hey! I was really lucky. Why is Twitch taking so long to upload your emote? Oh, oh, Jesus. So the first time you upload an emote, like when you first, it takes a while. Yeah. Yo, these songs are good. I like these. Ooh! Killer! Let's see. Finally! The Hedge Wizard's journal. Somebody has scrawled private. Do not read. HW on the spine of this journal. Don't call the FBI twice in one stream. Man, it's not your day, Frost. It is not your day. Let's see, this is the orb of mystical leaves from whence the Hedge Wizard derived all of his powers. Unless it was one of those the magic was inside you all along scenarios. And more confused leaves. It's some kind of portal, both made of and filled with enchanted shrubbery. It's the Hedge Wizard's secret stash in a treasure chest of goblin manufacture. 845 meat, and you got hedging your bets. This is the book of the Hedge Wizard used to earn enough meat to become a wizard. The terminology is just a fun coincidence. Can I read it? Oh, hey. You read the book and learn about all the things that financial responsibility and decorative horticulture have in common. You got a perk, hedging your bets. You've learned when to hold them, when to fold them, and when to cut them into delightful animal shapes. Plus 20 to meat gains. Nice. After reading the book, you resolve to make some budget cuts, but you mistake the book for your budget and cut it into pieces instead. Aw. I think this hat already has a coal snake skin. Your hat already got a hat band on it. You don't want to be the person who shows up to the party wearing multiple hat bands. Oh wait, I want to read the journal. It's full of terrible poetry. Here's an example. Everlasting shrub, nobly leaf crowned, whence comes all joy. Sweet thy fragrance, wondrous thy strength. Namaste, my lord. Huh. Please give me another example. Oh, that was not a good poem. Ironically, Frost's real name is Wednesday. Yo, like the food place? Ugh. I know your Neil. I do know your real name. That is correct. Wait, help! I'm lost! Oh, huh. I'm out here again, I guess. Weird. This bush seems to be full of pinto and kidney beans. You didn't think those grew on bushes, and you especially didn't think they both grew on the same bush. Do they? I don't actually know. Frost, can you please tell me? Oh god. Up, up, down, down, left, right. Oh shit. Alright, I'm sure that's a puzzle that we'll get to eventually. Would you look at that crazy thing? Jeez. This is gonna be easy. Pew! Got a calzone? Oh, I love calzones. You beat the hedge madness. Hooray! Alright, I want to make more fun leaf things. I want to make a weapon. You got an item. Bushwhacker. Getting hit with this is like when you're a kid and you jump into a pile of leaves, but it turns out there's a big log hidden in it and you lose like half of your teeth. I tried to use the Konami code. That's what I was doing. Sign on the wishing well says tokens only. Alright, I gotta go get a token. Oh no, wow, I just happened to have exactly 99 Moxie. I said, Frost, can you tell... Wait, Ricky, you said, Frost, can you tell me? And then you got distracted. I don't remember anymore. Oh, okay, I remember. Frost, can you tell me if if pinto and kidney beans grow on the same bush? Is that a real fact that they put in this game? A patch of loco weed. It's a meat bush. You didn't think they could grow in this climate. Frisco poppy. Man, I wish I had foraging. Oh, wait. This arch is overgrown to the point of impassability. Undergrow it. Yeah, pinto and kidney. It's a wild tea bush. Actually, on second thought, you don't have anything appropriate to put them in. What were you planning on doing with them anyway? I'm gonna put them in my pocket. I really like that they threw the spy crab walk into this. Oh, this puts me right there. Perfect. Cool. Oh, hey. I found everything in the Hedge Maze. Hedge Maze. At least I thought I did. Yeah, I totally did. I'm not ready to go down the coal chute. That'll be for later. Alright, let's go inside the building. Actually, I could get tokens. You don't think so? They are in the same family? I don't know. The game told me. The game has a bush with pinto and kidney beans. This isn't it. I love that I was able to build the word boo. Boo! Ah. Hello again. Oh, it's you. Hey. They let you smoke in here? Let's just say they haven't successfully stopped me. Why sneak off to the carriage house to smoke if you can do it in here while you're working? Well, I'll give you a hint. I don't like working. Can you validate my parking? Say you got here in a ghost carriage? That's right. Those don't actually take up space, so it doesn't count as parked. Oh. Never mind then. Ricky, bees versus beans. Who wins? The bees, definitely. It's bees. Bees always win. Who wins? An infinite amount of bees or Hulk? That's a real question. Let's see. Thanks again for rescuing me from that hedge maze. Hello. Either I never asked you what you do here, or I've already forgotten. I run this token smashing machine. If I wanted the commemorative tokens from that other machine over there, I can put it in this machine here to roll it out flat. Well, flatter, and stamp it with our logo on one side and a fun picture on the other. Can I interest you in one? Bullet bee? Bzz. Oh wait, that's right. Snake beats bees. I forgot about that. Oh, you need a token first. You can buy them from that little machine over there next to the counter. Why don't you sell them yourself? She looks sheepish. Don't let me have access to the token supply anymore because I have too much fun smashing them. Okay, I'll be right back. Oh, okay. Negotiate a better deal. In a staggering display of business acumen, you convinced the machine to give you a discount. You got an item, Gunn Manor souvenir token. This token says it can be redeemed for one souvenir. It seems like they could have cut out a step and just sold you a souvenir directly. Alright, I got 2 of them. Yes. Great. I love running this thing. It's so satisfying. What picture do you want on it? A badass shotgun. A cool pistol or a magical rifle? I want a cool pistol. Good choice. Someday it will make a lot of people uncomfortable if you tell them you think pistols are cool, but not here in 1895. Haha. She takes your token, puts it in the machine, and happily turns the crank. It makes a loud grinding noise, and your token drops out into a slot, somewhat longer and thinner. Gun Manor pistol token. This is actually, holy shit, this is really good. Thanks. Do I want another one? Yes. Magical rifle. Great, it has little sparklies around it. That's how you know it's magical. It probably also shoots beans, but that isn't in the picture. Takes your token, puts it in the machine, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Thanks. I'm 100% getting another token. So things better than bees. Big boss. Yup. Why do you think they gave him that title? +6 pistol damage or +17 pistol damage? I can't believe they... The stuff in this DLC is so powerful. You have surpassed even the bees. I hereby award you the title of Big B. No, I don't want to buy another one for 400. I just got ripped off. A badass shotgun. Nice. That's one of Miss Gunn's loudest inventions, you know? Alright. Got all the designs. I got the shotgun token. I think there's like a certain amount of space you have to walk before it switches animations. And here, and here. Oh no, wait, this is the wrong place. Is it here? I don't remember where the stupid wishing well is. The far right? Whatever, it's right here. Tokens only. Make a wish. You hold the token over the well and try to think of something to wish for. After a few seconds, you accidentally drop the token into the well without making a wish. Dang it, I wish I had that token back. You hear some chimes and a rope appears on the wishing well's crossbeam. Well, how about that? It's a rope leading to the cellar. It's that token you dropped into the wishing well. That wish was an accident anyway, so you feel entirely justified in taking your token back. There's a little spigot here, but since the boiler isn't on, it won't do much of anything. Let's see. The boiler is cold and the indicator for the tank is pointing to E. Someone's been cocooned by the spiders. Horrifying. What? What? I can't understand you. Hold on, I'll poke you a mouth hole. There, you were saying? Hi, hello, salutations. Hey, you okay? I've certainly been better. What happened? I was practicing my greetings. I'm the museum greeter. Is that something that requires a lot of practice? Practice makes perfect, right? There's an old mannequin down here that's pretty good for practicing on. This is getting increasingly weird. Anyway, a bunch of giant spiders grabbed me from behind. It was quite a surprise. I would imagine so. I should probably get back to work. It wouldn't be right to allow visitors to go ungreeted. Can you let me out of this cocoon? Sure. You cut open the sticky cocoon, freeing the trapped museum greeter. Phew, thanks. I climbed down the wishing well to get here. You should probably leave the same way. Great, stop by the entrance later and I'll give you the official museum greeting. A job well done. No! No! Yes. Ah! No! Oh. All right, so I'm almost dead. How much AP do I have? 4? Well, I can pop one of these. It just bonks you on the head. I need all that health back. Yeah, I definitely need to boost my muscle. Shoot, Nanny! Yeehaw! Oh, baby! That was very lucky transactions. Takes more than 3 huge spiders to stop you from killing everything you meet. Glob of spider webs and miscellaneous spider parts. A little pile of miscellaneous spider eyes, chitin, legs, and organs. You never know when you might need to make something terrible, I suppose. 4, maybe. Alright, so let's look at our potions again. I don't really have anything that increases my... I mean, this is something. You uncork the laudanum and spill most of it on the ground before drinking the remainder. It's just as well. The whole bottle would definitely have killed you. Oh, good then. Can't figure out what you're supposed to do with this stuff, so you just rub it all over your arms and chest. You begin to glisten fairly impressively. I might get something that gives me more muscle then. Texas Ranger badge. I can switch this out for plus 10 muscle, plus 7 muscle. Probably gonna be that plus 10 muscle thing. Yeah, the Bushwhacker. It's a pretty good stat spread. You should deal with the spiders out here before you check out that creepy hole. Wait. I'm missing stuff. We back, but you can't hear anything. Sound's working. Gotta get some discreet headphones. You lost your headphones. Oh, that sucks. Now, I'm in a sound compromised environment, so I will have to mime his jokes, is what I'm saying. Oh no. Time to do what you always do in class. Play Bloons Tower Defense. Given enough time, you... Will, can you make exams go away? Given enough time, you could. Oh no! I wasn't ready for a fight. Whoa, they're fast. Ah! I don't like this at all. I don't know how you guys watch streams during class. Then again, my phone also drains insanely fast. Oh no. Ouch! Ooh. Alright, we're gonna finish it this right here. Kapow! Or play HS or ACPC. I don't know what any of those things are. Made short work of those long-legged nasties. You got a glob of spider webs, and more miscellaneous spider parts. In a medium amount of time, too. Oh, look, another person. It's a mannequin. Boy, the spider must have been super disappointed. Why was it moving? Oh. Oh, hey, it's this thing. The good news is that there's only one spider. The bad news is that it's huge. Tan its hide. Tan its hide despite its size? Oh, Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. Yeah, no, you're straight up the only person that's playing that game still. Let's just do this. You do it for the idea that Nintendo might link it to the new game. That's very hopeful thinking. Shoop, 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 shoop. Turn the giant spider into a giant mess. Now it's time to collect the useful parts of the mess. Spider egg omelet. Increases your maximum HP by 25 and spooky resistance by 20. Not bad. And more miscellaneous spider parts. Hey, a bunch of baby spiders. The pie safe is really working overtime with all the spiders. You got a spider pie. Oh, ew. Whatever used to be in this pie has been replaced with teeming swarms of the offspring of the spider who ate it. Ew. Hearthstone was fun. You gave up on it when it became apparent it was something you'd have to dedicate yourself to get good. Isn't it more just getting lucky? This hole contains approximately an infinite number of spiders. I don't need to fight them. The phrase spider egg omelet is enough to ruin your appetite for the foreseeable future. These spiders aren't going to let you pass without a fight. No problem. Hey, we finally got the jump on some enemies. I love that, like, the cannon for shooting Annie is that you just shoot bullets straight up and oh god, he hit me. Is that you just shoot bullets straight up into the air and hope they fall on the enemy. That's how shooting Annie works. There's a 60% chance switch crossing with having There's a 60% chance switch crossing with have pocket camp stuff. Ah! In spite of how many eyes they have, those spiders never saw you coming. Good work, team. I don't know why that sentence was so hard to read. Hey, paint. The big can of paint with the brush sitting on top of it. Paint something on the wall. Ah! You're still not sure why you decided to paint that. Oh, this game is so fucking stupid. Ugh, what horrors lurk inside this thing? Tear it open and find out. It's bones. Well, bones and pants. Got double silk pantaloons. It's a nice pair of silk pants before it got another layer of silk added to it by spiders. And now it's a very nice pair of silk pants. What my pants do I have right now? What's speed again? Your speed is higher than that of your primary enemy. Your team will go first, otherwise theirs will. Both sides have equal speed, there will be a coin flip. The West may be brutal, but it's fair. I think I need these pants. As much as I want more moxie, I think I need the defense. Capacity pants. What is the weirdest thing you would willingly eat? I mean, I think I would eat anything. The box of old photos. Just a bunch of dusty old cleaning supplies. Let's look through the photos. They're all photos of boring people. Boring looking people you don't recognize. A plot code lock, huh? Lucky for us, I have a key for every model they make. Florence fumbles a giant keyring out of her pocket and finds the one that unlocks the door for you. Head on in. Oh hey, lab, check it out. Florence starts excitedly poking around the workbenches and shelves. You must have been doing some really good science down here. I don't even recognize half this stuff. Anything that was guaranteed no risk of disease, basically. Then he read some text in the game that said, a box of dusty old photos, and you thought that was his answer to my question? But it wasn't. Yeah, the weirdest thing I'd eat is a box of dusty old photos. Also, remember to follow me on Twitter. Says the Nightbot. Let's see. Okay, well, don't accidentally blow us up or anything. Psh, relax. I have advanced degrees in tinkering and fiddling. It's a chart with all 76 elements on it. including zinc, manganese, and phosphorus. They even left room for the ones that haven't been discovered yet, like chosium, lunon, and sosium. This workbench is littered with scrap metal and little canisters labeled bismuth. Do not eat. Hey Florence, can you make a Bisquick bomb out of this stuff? Bismuth! Come on, man. It says right on the containers. Fine, fine. Can you make it though? Hell yeah, I can. Stand back and watch a master at work. Stand back, etc. Florence goes to town with a hammer and pliers and comes back with a metal sphere. It has a grinning skull painted on it and a big red button on the side. Well, that's properly intimidating at least. And it ain't just a pretty face. This is a bomb which Florence assures you is safe unless you're a coal-based phantasm and you're not one of those as far as you know. Ruby. Ruby. Did I bismuth you? No. No. I Bisquick. It's a Bisquick bomb. Nice doing bismuth with you. Why'd you have to say that now? Now I can't say that during the fight. Or else I'll get sued. You assume that these 3 boxes all contain the same thing, but you don't know what it is. It's a workbench with a device on it. This device clearly has purpose, but you can't fathom what it is. Maybe that blueprint on the wall there could help you. Some kind of complicated blueprint. Try to figure it out. Aha! It's a device for reducing the loudness of gunfire. A silencer, if you will. You look over the tools on the bench. You could definitely make a silencer here. The first thing you'll need is a 1.2337 diameter cylinder. Maybe a tin can would work. You also need some stuffing to pad out the inside of the can. That's gonna be tricky to find. Okay, maybe later then. The bench covered with gunsmithing tools and supplies. Mess with them. You don't really know much about gunsmithing, so you just kind of randomly cram pieces together until you have something gun-shaped. You got an item, the worst gun, who's got 2 thumbs and is lucky who's got 2 thumbs and is lucky they haven't been shot off yet because of this inexpertly constructed gun? You! Oh my god, this game is killing me. Oh, I kind of want to use it, but it's so bad. It's a cabinet full of first aid supplies. Aid yourself. He cures poison, heals 50% of maximum HP. Oh god, it's a box of science stuff. Grab it. You got an item. Box of science doohickeys. This is a box of various glass tubes and coils of wire and little vials of chemicals and whatnot. They have what I need? Nope. Oh god. Game's killing me. Medicine is so expensive that it has a gold cross on the label. This substance cures poisoning by making you vomit, but luckily medical science has confirmed that vomiting is the cure to basically every type of poisoning. Oh my god, this game is so funny. The door at the top of the stairs is barred from the other side. I missed this game so much. I love West of Loathing. I was playing Kingdom of Loathing, their like text-based online game for a while. I like that game a lot too. Florence holds up the bismuth bomb and gives you an excited look. Okay, go for it. Great, better cover your ears and eyes and, well, just cover your entire head. Let it rip. Ah! That enemy was way too hard. A big old cart of coal. Push it. Let's see. This isn't just a trickle of coal, it's a whole huge pile. You could disappoint so many kids on Crimbo morning with this amount of coal. This coal is funkier than coal from Mecca, but not as funky as coal from Medina. But yo, the experience, I don't need it. There's coal under the weird machine now, so everything should be ready to go with whatever the weird machine does. That fight was way too hard. I don't think that fight was, I mean, obviously it's possible, but I don't want to grind. Let's see here. The boiler is off, but the coal tank is full. All you need to do now is press the ignition button. Press it then. The boiler clatters to life as the tank full of coal begins to burn. There's a little spigot here. Turn it on. You pour a little bit of boiling water onto the dirt floor, making hot mud. Wow. How helpful. I love it. Wait, what did that say? It's that old ropey dangler. Alright, let's get out of here. What time is it? Gotta keep track of the time, unfortunately. I don't have class for like another like 3 hours or 2 hours, but like still. Let's see. You try the handle of the front door. It doesn't seem locked, but some kind of force is holding it shut. Yeah, some ghost is playing tricks on you, cause they know you ain't packing science. Stand back. I got this. Florence unlimbers her weird rifle and fires a short burst of swirling light into the doorknob. You hear an eek sound from inside and the door swings open. Ha! Works every time. What's she doing? What's cracking, Florence? There it is! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Hey, dang. Try to be a tiny bit cool about it, will ya? Kill it! Sheesh. This is like a wimpy little spider, too. This doesn't seem that scary. Exterminate it! I'm, like, obliterating this poor spider. See, that wasn't so bad. Easy for you to say. She shudders again. How much experience do I have? No, God. A lot. Upgrade deploy snake. Shoot nanny's maxed out. It's maxed. Did I ready? Dickerin, potionology, dirty poker, click on the draw. Kinda want that. I would like to start getting the jump on stuff more often. I have 600 experience still? Jesus. Your level of get up and get her done, the higher it is, the quicker you are. Okay. Oh, wait, I need that. I need gumption. A fancy new electric floor lamp. Turn it off. Oh, God! The painting's following me. I didn't want to go in yet. Hold on. It's a plaque. Turning off the lights. The radiators are burbling merrily and producing plenty of heat now. Oh, it was probably cold in here before. Let's read the plaque. The house of Mrs. Terry Gunn. Teresa Terry Gunn, born in 1847, built this stately, if architecturally unusual, manor house in the late 70s. Completed in 1877, using the proceeds from her famous invention, the gun. After her retirement in 1891, she graciously opened many of her rooms to the public as a museum and historical center. The intercom is making an annoying humming and crackling noise. Press the talk button. Hello? Zzz, hell, zzz. Ah! The ghost just said hell at me! Spooky! I'm pretty sure that's not a ghost. The intercom's just busted. Try again. Miss Gunn? No! Miss Gunn. Aw, man, that would have been a pretty good joke if the intercom wasn't broken. Would it? Miss Gunn? Miss Gunn, did you know that your intercom is broken? You'll have tip up. My intercom broke. Are we just gonna do these old vaudeville gags all day? What do you mean old? It's 1895. Vaudeville is at its peak. Mrs. Gunn, we're here about the ghost extermination you requested. Well, one of us is, and the other is just generally adventuresome. Can we have a word? I can't ache out what you saying. Come up, third floor. All right, the third floor it is then. What? Vaudeville ain't never coming down, baby. Let's see here. Your eyesight isn't good enough to examine this painting. Parlor, this painting is only kind of good. It's one of those round fruits. Oh, hey. You remove the bar from the door and hurl it out a nearby window. 3rd floor. Let's see here. It's a sofa with some nice throw pillows on it. A tea cart laden with tea things. You liberate the tea from its cart. You got an item. Tea service. I'm gonna turn all the lights off. Yes, 3 floors. Yup. 3 whole floors. Boo! So what I'm doing now is I'm getting the tea leaves. Oh, I can get hot water too. I don't like that mannequin. And now I could go back down the well. And I could get hot water. You got an item. Tea service with tea. Tea service with tea. A steaming pot of tea and all the cups you need to serve it to a maximum of 4 sophisticates. It's that creepy mannequin from before. Practice greeting it. Hello. What's up? How you doing? Nice to see you. What's up? How you doing? What's shaking? Goodbye. Oh, whoops. Guess this does take some practice after all. What's up? Hey ya. Hi, greetings. How's it hanging? I wonder how many unique greetings they put in this game. Salutations. Howdy. I'm really expecting there to be a secret here. I want a skill, professional greeter. I don't think there's anything here. Huh. I'm kind of sad that the mannequin is actually doesn't do anything. He's still not. I hope there's another boo joke. I hope they don't stop. Rich folks have strange taste in art. Rat. Sit. There's a sign that says only authorized and trained personnel may operate this elevator. Try it anyway. Are you sure you're not authorized and you're also not trained? There will almost certainly be another boo joke. There's gotta be 3. This is crazy. It's not like a mine elevator, which is simple and safe. This is a fancy elevator. You have no idea what you're doing. You can't stop me. Okay, it's your funeral, I guess, with an elevator-shaped coffin, probably. Do it. You mess with the levers and the buttons for a while, but you can't get the elevator to do anything. See, I told you it wouldn't work. Fine. A painting of an elephant would love this. It's a well-stocked spice rack, but all the spices are really boring. Oh hey, there's a ghost here mumbling and muttering and yammering. Something about eggs? Interpret his disjointed ravings. Hang on a sec, you tried to poach an egg by shooting it? Bird dadgum, yes that's what I did. Heck, course I did, that's how you poach an egg. Pappy didn't raise no fool. But, dadgum, first Lugner, egg rolled out of the way and the bullet ricocheted off the bottom of the cooking pot and got me right between the peepers. Bird dadgum. That's not how you poach an egg. What are you talking out of your head like that? Course it is. No, it isn't. Dadgummit, boy, me and my pappy and his pappy even poachers all our lives. And I know more about poaching than you ever will. Okay, but that's not the same kind of poaching. What's all this dadgum sass mush talking, boy? Poaching's poaching. I am going to prove you so wrong as soon as I figure out how. I'll prove it to you eventually, somehow. No, I'm not killing this ghost. Somebody left the ice room door open. That seems like a bad idea. Close it. The door to the ice room. Go inside. Why did I need to close the door before going inside? Unidentifiable. Wait, bags of frozen food? Unidentifiable matter. Frozen solid. It's a Magimech brand deep freeze unit. More frozen goods of unknown composition and provenance, another shelf of frozen stuff. Hi, excuse me? Seem to be trapped in a block of ice. That was just what I wanted to talk to you about, actually. You get me out of here somehow? Besides the whole frostbite thing, I'm supposed to be running the elevator, and there aren't any proper stairs in this crazy place, so that's kind of important. Let me think. What about a whole lot of fire? I could get you out with a whole lot of fire? What? Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hey, hey, no, stop! Better close your eyes. With a loud whoosh, the elevator operator is freed from her block of ice, and also from her eyebrows and a fair amount of her hair. Thanks, I guess. I'm gonna go see if I can find some burn cream before I get back to my elevator. A job medium well done. Man, I'm a hero. Alright, so I gotta find eggs. A still life of a fruit, technically. Some decorative dried plants. Still life of a fruit. A big rack of expensive looking plates. Oh no! Boo! They got me. Horrifying. It's Florence, the ghost hunter. And they sure got me with that boo. That last boo. I don't know why I didn't expect it. It was so obvious. The ghost is cramming his face with invisible food. Maybe he's the ghost of an emperor. Correct his manners. Hey, buddy. Hey! Aw. Come on, man. At least use a napkin or stick your pinkies out or something. Ugh. Sorry about that. I'm just so hungry. What's going on here? Waiter doesn't know how to make ghost food, so he's just giving me imaginary food and hoping I don't know the difference. I feel kind of bad about... I feel kind of bad about dragging him into this mess. So I've been pretending to eat it to humor him. I'm starving. You need some actual ghost food? Maybe I can help you out. Oh God, yes please. Specifically what I want is a bowl of chili. A bowl of chili without a gun in it. Okay, but what? That's what I'm craving. I guess it's probably because of how I died. How did you die? Well, I was eating some chili and it had a gun in it. Did you choke? What? No! It went off and shot me to death. Look, all I know is I need to eat a bowl of gunless chili in order to satisfy my hunger and pass on to the afterlife. Okay, well, I'll see what I can do. Carts laden with empty dishes. It's a deserted dessert cart. Rate it. Got a small blowtorch. It's not entirely deserted. It's only deserted of desserts. Just desserts. There's a little blowtorch used for making fancy desserts as creme brulee, torched Alaska, burnt cake, and ruined tiramisu. My favorite, ruined tiramisu. We only served gun chili here. One of the museum staff is frantically serving empty plates to the ghost, who's politely pretending to shovel the food in by the fistful. Seems too busy to talk. Sorry, I'm still working on it. I don't want to kill these ghosts. Let's see. Oh, wait. Oh, great, it's you. Welcome to the elevator. At this point, all we can do is go to the second floor. Why just the second floor? The button for the third floor is missing. If you want to help, maybe you can burn down the entire manor and dig it out of the ashes. Second floor, please. Is that a painting of a pole or a rope? Hello again, you jerk. Welcome to the elevator. At this point, all we can do is go to the first floor. Why just the first floor? Oh, okay. Actually, I'll stay on this floor. A messy stripe of brightness on a dark background. You're fond of these fronds. The bottom... Oh, no, wait! The bottom edge of this frame looks thicker than the other edges. Huh. Interesting. It's a medicine cabinet, which is a cabinet for storing medicine. Interesting. What's inside? Why? Ointment. That's what's inside. Old-timey ointment. Increases your armor by 17 and your hot cold resistance for 20%. Wow. Contains every single ingredient the government has ever banned. I'll 100... Oh, wait, I can't. My spleen is full. Damn. What a fool I am. I guess rich people use the bathroom one toilet at a time, just like the rest of us. Flush it. You gain 12 XP. Take that. What did it say? Take that irresponsible something. It's a fancy vanity, and it reminds you of your own fancy vanity. Indulge it. You pry the biggest and most visible chunks of wax out of your ears. What is this? It's like a normal bathtub, but the faucet is up really high and there's a curtain around it. Take the curtain. It's curtains for you. You got an item, shower curtain. This is actually just a white sheet. The shower was invented so recently that they haven't really figured out what these things should be yet. So dumb. Game's stupid. A painting of a complicated shape. It's a painting of some folks at a cafe back east. Hello, dear. Welcome to my little B&B. Would you care for a room? No thanks, I won't be staying that long. Hopefully. Oh, wait a minute. Yes? What's B&B stand for? A boo and breakfast. Oh yeah, that's what I was expecting. Why do you say your B&B? This isn't your house. Oh, I know, dear. But nobody was using these guest rooms, and there were ghosts hovering around with nowhere to be, and I got to feeling homesick for the little B&B I used to run when I was alive. I thought Mrs. Gunn probably wouldn't mind. I see. Fair enough. What happened to your eye? Oh, it was such a foolish accident. I had a guest I was suspicious of. A nervous, twitchy little man. I thought he might be mixed up in something bad, and one evening as I was passing by his room, I gave in to temptation and peeped in on him through the keyhole. Did you see anything? Well, only for a moment. He was cleaning a small pistol, and I suppose I must have made a noise because he suddenly jumped and the gun went off. And it hit you? That's right, straight through the keyhole. That's how I died, in fact. Geez, I'm sorry. Thank you, dear, but it's all right. Serve me right for spying on a guest is how I look at it. Is that what's keeping you here? Guilt? No, I think I paid quite sufficiently for that transgression. What then? Well, I don't want to go to heaven missing an eye. It wouldn't be as nice without depth perception. So you need a new eye? Yes, do you think you can help me? I'll keep an eye, I'll see what I, buy. Start to open the door, but the ghostly clerk swoops in and blocks your way. Oh, hey now, sorry dear, but I can't let you go wandering in there. Why not? What's in there? A tenant. They've paid for the room and they seemed rather a quiet, private sort, so I won't have you disturbing them. Ah, fine. Door is locked, the door is barred, and therefore so are you from entering it. Unbar it. The ghostly clerk runs, or hovers quickly over to you. Oh no dear, I'm sorry, but I can't let you do that. Why not? What's in here? A customer. He hasn't paid his bill, so I was forced to lock him in there until he does. I know that seems mean, but one has to take a firm hand on these things. How much does he owe you? 1,000 meat. How is he supposed to get the meat to pay you if you won't let him out? That's a fair question, dear. That's on him, I'm afraid. Oh well. I wish I had my meat still, but I sold it. Or I used it all. You wait for the clerk to look the other way and quietly pick the lock. Enter the room. The nice landscape painting on the wall. This painting of the countryside is nice, but there's nothing very interesting about it. Looks like the sort of thing you'd find hanging over the bed in a mid-priced hotel room, or a bed and breakfast, come to think of it. I guess it's a little weird that it's hanging over a stepladder instead of the bed. Maybe the last occupant was a really short art aficionado. Take a closer look. Happy little trees. Oh hey, according to the signature, this is an original Darius Klieg. You've never heard of him. You know, now that you're looking closely at it, it seems like the painting is sticking out from the wall more than you would expect. Take it off the wall. Well, what do you know? There's another painting underneath it. A painting of a safe. This house must be really old if it's got jokes of this vintage. There's a painting of a safe on the wall. Examine it. It's a fairly realistic painting of a wall safe. It's captioned, Ceci n'est pas un coffre-fort. I don't know what that means. Take it off the wall. Take the wall safe painting off the wall. Behind it is, of course, a wall safe. Of course. There's a safe mounted on the wall. You inspect the large wall safe, which is securely locked. Crack that safe. Safe swings open. It's empty apart from a rolled up poster of Rita Hayworth. Swell. Great. The safe is still empty. Search it anyway. Determined not to have gone through all this nonsense for nothing, you carefully search the empty safe. Eventually, there's a click and the back of the safe swings open, revealing a secret passage. I guess that explains the stepladder. Finally. Oh my god. The mirror on this vanity doesn't work. The table is stationary, but there's no stationery on it. Dangerously sharp leaves. You should leave them alone. Here's that silly secret passage you found. Go through it. It's a sewing kit. So it is. Yeah, good one. I'm glad you think so. This is not a wall safe, roughly. Reference to the treachery of images? Huh. These people know their stuff. It's pretty surprising. The homophonous nature of so and so certainly is ripe for puns, yes? Is that so? Yes, very good, very funny. Listen, are you going to loot this container or what? Why so serious? Well, you're kind of driving the joke into the ground now, and it's really getting tiresome. Not really tiresome. Only so-so. Just, come on. This has totally stopped being funny. Is that so? Yes, yes it is. Are you just messing with me? You just not want what's in this? I do want it. I want it so bad. Look, Ricky, you're starting to get on my nerves now. So what? So what is that there's an item in here that you need for progression. At this point, I'm sorely tempted to not give it to you. So don't give it to me then. Oh god, just take it, okay? Take it and get the hell out of this script. You got an item. Elevator button. Thank you so much. Please just leave. I'm not talking to you about this thing anymore. This armoire is bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. Turn the light off first. The proximity of the lamp makes this plant extra healthy. The room is a bed, but no door. I guess that's why they call it a bedroom and not a door room. There's some candy on the nightstand. 9 out of 10 dentists would be appalled. Take it. Clove drops and peppermint drops. What did I get that's new? I already had these, I thought. Oh, whatever. It's an armoire, or perhaps a wardrobe. Bed hasn't been slept in for a long time. Hello there. Are you here to laugh at me? Huh? No, not at all. I wouldn't do that. Oh, of course you wouldn't. Nobody ever laughs. Never made a single person laugh in my entire career. That's a left turn I wasn't expecting. What was your career? I used to design gags and novelties, but I was terrible at my job. Couldn't come up with a single novel idea. This conversation seems oddly familiar. See, even my presence is unoriginal. You're just being too hard on yourself. I bet you invented all kinds of good stuff. My best invention was fake vomit. It looks just like fake vomit, but surprise, it's real. Haha. That was the one that got me fired. What other novelties did you invent? You must have had one good one. Well, I invented a can of mixed nuts that has a spring in it, so when you open it, the nuts spray out everywhere. That's kind of funny. Nobody would ever open the can because of how it said deadly venomous snake on the label. Anything else? You know those flowers you wear in your lapel and it sprays water in someone's face when they smell it? You invented that? That's a classic! No, I tried to combine it with the chewing gum made out of hot peppers. You invented a boutonniere that maces people? Uh-huh. Anything else? People seem to like those little sea monkey things, right? So I thought maybe I'd do that except funnier. And then I thought itching powder is pretty funny. You made itching powder out of brine shrimp? No, they're aquatic. It wouldn't work. I use spider eggs. Oh my god. Anything else? I tried to make an ultra-realistic stink bomb using pure methane gas. It turns out pure methane is actually odorless. That isn't why farts smell bad. Also, it's extremely flammable. You know those fortune-telling fish? The little cellophane things that curl up in your hand to predict the future? Sure. I don't know how it happened, but mine were 100% accurate. And it was always terrible news. Anything else? I tried to improve on the classic rubber chicken. Let me guess. Not rubber? Good guess. Ah, yes, a chicken. A classic novelty gag item. Once I made some glasses that let you see through people's clothes. Wow! Right down to their skeleton. Huh, okay, well that's still pretty cool. Except for the part where they got cancer, yeah! Oh man, I've told you all the ones I can remember. I can tell them to you again if you want. Oh, that's okay. Oh, this poor man. Talk to him. How did you die? I was working on a new invention, an exploding cigar. I thought that would be pretty good. You light a cigar and it's fine for a second, but suddenly it goes off with a big bang, and you jump in surprise and everyone laughs because you nearly had a heart attack. Funny, right? Sure. I hit a snag in development though. What happened? Well, I figured I'd use gunpowder for the explosive, and you can buy it already packed into these little brass cartridges, so that seemed convenient. Do you mean bullets? My first test run was a real mess, I can tell you that. I can imagine. So anyway, now I'm a failure and I'm dead. Maybe I can help you out. What do you mean? Well, your initial idea was pretty funny, I guess. It's just your execution that was the problem. My execution was the problem? Ha, you're a laugh riot. Maybe you can help me after all. I'll see if I can figure something out for you. Ah, I have to go around again. The box of science stuff. Got a box of science doohickeys. Second box? I don't need two, do I? I don't know. Huh. Oh wait, turn that lamp off. Alright, have we been in the restroom? Yeah, we have. Covered by sheet, TS, a bunch of T's and a bunch of different typefaces. T's, this painting is called T's. Ats. Ah, yes, ats. This one is more avant-garde, I guess. Ah, tats. These are the 3 kinds of tattoo that have been invented so far. Stats. A list of statistics about the gallery. T's 8, ats 9, tats 3, stats 7, states 45, statues 3, statues, statutes 69,109. It's a list of all 45 states, including Rhode Island, Kentucky, and Pennsylvania. I wonder what will get annexed next. Maybe it'll be the Quakosian Kusiana territory. Wait a minute. The stats plaque said there were only 3 statues in here. Investigate. You peer closely at the statues until you find one that you're pretty sure is just a guy covered in flour. Hey buddy, what are you doing? Look, I'm 95% certain you're a real person, not a statue. What are you up to? A statue. Go away. Okay, now I'm 99% sure. Go away! What's your name? Paul, go away! Hi, Paul. I'm Ricky. What are you doing? Pretending to be a statue so the ghosts won't get me. Go away, you'll blow my cover. Okay, I'll see what I can do. A list of boring laws from before the cows came home and everything got fun again. More laws, each one more complex and boring than the last. The smorgasbord of legalese, and you're not hungry. Objection! Huh? What are you objecting to? Your face! Overruled! What's your problem anyway? Bah! It's legal stuff. You never understand. In fact, I think you'll find... requires gun law. I don't know where that is. Oh yeah? Try me. Fine. What's the maximum legal caliber for a civilian handgun? 800! 800! Try again when you actually know anything about gun law. Or anything. Nuts. Was I close? You realized that your chat wasn't working, but you were gonna ask if you could name all 50 states without looking. Homegirl, I can name like 4. And one of them might be a capital. You don't know what these cans mean, but you know they mean it 12 times. Abstract buddies. You could in elementary school. It's been a while since then. I have never been able to. I hate geography. What does this switch do? Flip it and see. Ah! That was a good one. They got me. It said a book is a terrible thing to read, and now it says boo. They got me. They gotta put 5 in. They can't end it on 4. That's not enough boo jokes. It's a big dictionary on a pedestal. Could come in handy if someone tells you to look something up in your funkin' wagnalls. Look something up. What do you want to look up? You look up anime in the dictionary. To peel a snake inside a hose. Look up boo? Oh no. You look up boo in the dictionary. Weird, there's an entry for that word, but no definition. It's just a picture of... Oh no. A picture of what? A picture of... What? It's a picture of you! Ah! Oh my god, this game is fucking killing me! What else should I look up? So stupid. A book. Look up book and book. Someone who inflates clothing for museums. Tobacco? Tobacco. Someone who smokes messages for battle. Close enough. Gunn. Oh, hey! You look up gun in the dictionary. Gun. A device for projecting a hard object very forcefully, which makes hunting and self-defense easy and fun. This entry sponsored by Gunn Industries. What about shoot? A quilted policeman used to preserve plants. This doesn't make any kind of sense. What else should we look up? This is good. I wonder if they're consistent though. No, they're not. Okay. A Turkish tree used to measure fish. That's hard to fathom. Cowboy. Look up cowboy in the dictionary. A machine inside a brass plank. Ooh. To inflate a balloon without a pulley. It's printed in a book, so it must be true. So it's random, but there are keywords. I bet you anything boo and gun are the only keywords. Oh, what the hell? You look up west in the dictionary. One of the 4 cardinal compass directions, also known as left when the sun sets, and therefore we can deduce that the British Empire was entirely in the east. East? One of the 4 cardinal compass directions, the direction in which the sun rises, unless you're in the southern hemisphere, also known as right. North. One of the 4 cardinal compass directions, also known as up. South. One of the 4 cardinal compass directions, also known as down. The Earth has much greater mass in the southern hemisphere, which helps keep the planet upright, but with the consequence that ships tend to drift south due to increased gravity in that direction. Beer. A barrel inside a heavy policeman. Video game. Video game. Someone who sings to liquid for arm wrestling. Video game. Transport both a weevil and a bucket. What about up or down? You look up down in the dictionary. See south. Up. See north. Right. East. Left. See west. Forward. A French weevil used to lengthen spaghetti. Of. Someone who captures bread for arm wrestling. Loathing. Yeah, I was about to do that actually. Loathing in the dictionary. A rumored, possibly mythical island kingdom in the east where many absurd and wildly anachronistic things are said to occur. Someone wrote www.kingdomofloathing.com underneath that with a pen, but I don't know what that means. Hashtag play Kingdom of Loathing, please. Very funny and it's free. Future. An electric snake used to crush electricity. Crimbo. To pickle a pretzel instead of a spoon. Actually, I'm kind of sad that that's not one of them, because Crimbo is an actual thing. Maybe it's capital C. I can't do capitals. Huh. I'm trying... Cow. Stone radish used to pulverize blood. I'm trying to think of, like, other keywords from this series. Ghost. Oh, yeah. I totally forgot I wanted to do that one. Ghost. The soul or spirit of a deceased person which remains after death due to some unfinished business, which is usually a real hassle to resolve. Well, heck, I could have told you that. A French chemical used to measure messages. Huh. Kingdom. Criticize both horse and a soup. If you guys think of anything else, let me know. Meat. Oh yeah, that's true, because that's the currency. An aluminum sausage used to preserve candy. Close enough. Ricky. A paper underneath a Welsh pumpkin. Phantom Frost. Preserve a vehicle with a harpsichord. Idiocy. A type of nomadic sandwich used in battle. Damn! I didn't know you were a sandwich! The ghostly librarian is glaring at you, as if daring you to make a noise. Excuse me, but... Shh. Oh, sorry, I was just... Shh. Oh, jeez, is this good? I suppose it will do. Oh, what was your question? I don't remember anymore. Can you help me with some library stuff? Can you? Shh. Can you help me with some library stuff? Could you perhaps be more specific? I'm looking for the precise definition of a word. There's a dictionary over there. Regrettably, it's a few years out of date, so it doesn't have technocracy, secular humanism, or brunch yet, but it should be sufficient for your purposes. Great, thanks. So I wonder if it has the other meals of the day. I'm looking for the... You was more looking for the player name would be something? Yeah, I know. I could put in my full name that my character has, because he does have a full first and last name. A harpsichord underneath a mint-flavored bucket. I'm looking for some of that delicious paste. Let's see. Lunch. Oh, a type of ceramic cat used in engineering. I'm looking for a book on a specific topic. I'm afraid our catalog is out being reorganized. Someone sorted all the cards by call number instead of by title or author, which made it quite useless. You have to search the stacks manually. How do I get started? You can find a book on a similar topic to what you're looking for. Its call number will direct you to other books of that topic. Okay, thanks. This is before the Dewey Decimal System. I'm looking for some of that delicious paste. That paste is for book repairs, not for eating. Aw, please? No! Shucks. I'm looking for some of that delicious paste. I was wondering... Shh! I was wondering how you died, if it's not too personal of a question. I was caught in the crossfire in a library shootout. Wow, that happened? A pair of ruffians got into a heated argument over the comparative merits of Anton Chekhov versus Henrik Ibsen, and when they started shooting, I attempted to step in and stop them. I simply won't abide gunfire in my library. It's far too loud. That's your only objection? The noise? That's quite sufficient. I won't tolerate noise of any stripe, and certainly not gunfire. Ibsen versus Chekhov, huh? What was their point of contention? I don't recall the particulars. I just remember the Chekhov fan shouting, "Remember that gun I showed you in the Act 1 before opening fire? The noise was dreadful." I'll see what I can do. Row upon row of identical books with only numbers on their spines. You have no idea where to even start. Ugh. Look, there's a guy back here. There's a guy lying here, trapped underneath a large book. You, okay under there? Ugh! Shh! No talking back there. Sorry. Jeez. Guy's still here, trapped under his book. Closer. He's probably fine. It turns out to be a book about geology. It's bound in stone, and it appears that each chapter is devoted to a different type of stone, and is printed on slabs of the stone in question. This isn't going to be easy to move. Move the book. Managed to heave the book off the guy. Phew! Thanks. Thought I'd never get out from under there. At least now I know all about the particular type of granite described on that one page. How'd you get trapped like that in the first place? Well, I work at the info desk in the visitors center, so on my breaks I like to research different kinds of info. You know, just in case anyone asks. I guess you never know when someone might ask you about rocks. Exactly! Oh man, I'm late in getting back. Thanks again. Feel free to stop by my counter if you have any questions. Sure thing. Oh god, there's so many bookcases. So this is what I need to make the silencer for this area. Alright, let's uncover these paintings. Oh no. Oh no. Ah! Ooh. 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 Boo! You give the elevator operator the button you found, and she sticks it into the empty buttonhole on the elevator's control panel. How many people did you have to set on fire to recover that button? Geez, you sure know how to hold a grudge. The elevator operator glares at you. Which floor do you want to ruin next? I want to know if the stats has anything on Boo. Nope. Nothing on Boo. Alright, let's go to the third floor. I don't like this. I always hated these things. Yes, I do. Stay here. It looks so calm, so tame. We'll start from the right. Got some time still. Kids' rooms. Yo, they got the jams. It's a blank chalkboard. Write something. No. Not like this. Not like this. Ah! You monster, why would you write that? This is a funky jam. Do not trust this horse one bit. It's a doll mine. How adorable. Just look at all the little miners and mine carts and mine shafts and bowls of mine strewn. But what's this? There's a tiny stick of dynamite stuck in the little borehole. This toy is so interactive. Got an item. Tiny stick of dynamite. Did you know that firecrackers are just tiny sticks of dynamite? And that this one is just an even tinier one? And that a pumpkin is technically a berry? Wow-wee. This is a much nicer vanity than vanity that of an average frontier teen. That's a spelling mistake right there. Minestrone. It's minestrone. Pasta. Minestrone. Yeah, that's gotta be a mistake. Gussy yourself up a little. Screenshot that. Or don't screenshot that. Thanks, Steam. I'm hitting the wrong key, that's why. Gussy yourself up a little. Use the various powders and creams and pomades to make yourself slightly more presentable. What's my experience at? 856. It's a Daniel Boone poster. One corner is loose. We'll get to that later. Someone has been slacking on their geometry homework. Tisk tisk. Do it for them. You decide to just take the book with you and do the assignment later. Got a geometry book. Rufus would probably understand this, but you sure as hell don't. Oh, I miss Rufus. Rufus would probably... Okay. Wait, is that my brother's name? I don't remember. This armoire is full of schoolgirl skirts and other clothes that would not fit you even if you think they might suit you. Looks like someone forgot a book under the bed. The title is Fun Law, Rules for 71 Parlor Games and Assorted Amusements for Children's. You got an item, Fun Law. If you wanted to learn how to play Pinochle, Sass the Bandit, Polly's Maiden Aunt, or Sit Quietly, this is the book for you. Oh, Sit Quietly is one of my favorite games. This bed hasn't been used in a long time. The box of science stuff. What is this, devil's music? You yank the needle away from the cylinder and hide the handle away. Ah! Ah! This is so stupid. Man, they got me with that one. Boo. Love it. Wow, that music is creepy. Oh my god, no. It's a toy box. Who knows what horrors it contains? Let's find out. Got an item, stuffed gun. Huh. Less macabre than you were expecting. This is not at all effective as a gun, but it's also not at all effective as a bludgeon. Plus 10 mysticality. This is more of a 3.5 poster bed. Alright. Alright, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Ah! So stupid. Guy has a smile frozen on his face and his eyes dart around in panic as he pretends to sip tea. One eye twitches as he tries to whisper to you out of the corner of his mouth. What's that? A drop of sweat rolls down his brow and he stares at the little ghost who doesn't seem to have noticed. Still not getting it. Can you speak up? His hands are shaking. If he were holding an actual teacup, it probably would have shattered by now. He hisses at you through clenched teeth. Sorry, I can't understand you. Bye. The little girl ghost is serving imaginary tea to her guests. The doll, while terrifying, is largely indifferent. The museum employee, on the other hand, is playing along with a rictus grin on his face. The little girl wears an annoyed and disappointed frown. Hello there. My name's Ricky. Can I join your tea party? If you want, I guess, but it's a terrible tea party. Aw, what's wrong? You aren't having any fun? All I have is dumb made-up tea. I want a proper tea party like Mama took me to. Tell me more about that party. We went to a real tea room. It was so pretty. There were vases with flowers in them, and everyone was all dressed up in suits and pretty dresses, and there were white china teacups for the tea. Real tea, not imaginary. Well, that sounds very nice. It was so nice. It was so nice, and everyone was so polite and charming and elegant. Well, until the fight started anyway. Uh-oh. There was a fight? Well, two of the gentlemen there gotten into an argument. I don't know what it was about, but I guess one said something the other one didn't like, and he was so insulted he threw his tea right at the first man's face. And then they took out guns and started shooting at each other right in the tea room. Whoa. Whoa! They were still really elegant, though. They had little silver and ivory pistols, and they kept their pinkies out the whole time. Anyway, I don't remember the rest very well, except one of them missed the other and shot me by mistake. I'm so sorry. Thanks, it's alright. Heaven's supposed to be really nice, so I guess I don't mind so much, but I didn't get to finish my tea party, so I want to have another one before I go. Except they don't have any tea, and make-believe tea isn't fun anymore. I've actually got some tea right here. Oh, that's wonderful, thank you. She serves the tea and the four of you. And the four of you, okay, well, not the doll, sip it with your pinkies extended in genteel fashion. Then, with a giggle and a wave, she fades away. Rest in peace, kiddo. I don't like this doll. Oh, thank God. I thought that would never be over. Look at me, I'm shaking like a leaf. Kind of a freaky situation, right? Having to deal with little kids freaks me out bad enough. Having to interact with a ghost of one was horrifying. Anyway, thanks for the rescue. I need to get back to work. What do you do here? I run the candy counter at the visitor center. Oh, huh. Oh, hey, I could read this. Flip through the book. Unsurprisingly, it's mostly about ways bored children can stay out of their parents' hair for just 5 damn minutes. It also has a little tag on the spine indicating it came from the mansion library. Oh! It's full of baby supplies. It's full of baby supplies you don't understand, like teething pads and bottle rattles. And the swaddling shampoo. Bottle pads and feeding scissors. Changing cloths and swaddling rings. Ghost baby. Looks like this is where the creepy music is coming from. Composition of this painting is bad in every way. This teddy bear has been comprehensively and enthusiastically disemboweled. Oh, hey. The stuffing would be perfect for making a silenter. Sorry, Teddy. This is for the greater good. Got an item. Wad of stuffing. Huh. This stuffing would be perfect for making a silenter or a taxidermy turkey. There's no ghost baby in here. Oops. Yeah, I don't think there's anything for me to do in here. Maybe if I turn the music off and go in there? That's the only thing I can really think of. No. I think that room was just for the stuffing. Music room. I think I might have to call it here. But first what we're gonna do, go to first floor. Oh God, that's right. This painting follows me. But we're gonna go to the basement and make our silenter and go to the library again before we finish. Bismuth bench. I have the stuffing. Do I not have a tin can? You've done enough damage here. All right, so I must need a tin can still. So I guess I can't do anything else. Ah. Just announced Time Splitters Battle Royale. Did they really? Doesn't sound very good. Sunflower was enchanted. Did not need natural light, so now it's an unflower. Damn, this is a nice painting. He's all ears. When we droppin', boys. Formidable tusks. A curious gaze. I can't tell you about this. Discussion of this object has been tabled. All right. Well, I think this is a pretty good stopping point. Yeah, the game saves all the time. But that's But I think that's gonna be it. No, I remember Time Splitters. I just don't think it's gonna be very good, because unless it, you know, I mean, I guess it will have modern controls, but remember, you remember Fee Radical and Miss 'em? Yeah, Time Splitters was really cool, but I mean, it wasn't very cool for its gameplay. It was more so cool for like all the stuff that it did. Free Radical, yeah. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the stream tonight. I hope everyone enjoyed. I'm so happy. Like, I actually wasn't planning on playing this game tonight until, you know, 3D Dot Game Heroes went so quick. But I'm so happy I got to play this game again. Thanks for coming by, partner. I really appreciate all y'all strolling through this dusty old place and having a nice sit. But yeah, remember, if you enjoyed the stream, to follow me on Twitter at YellowSwerve for stream updates when I'm going live, and you know, a bunch of other fun stuff, mainly complaining. And then watch live at twitch.tv/YellowSwerve. And if you go there, you can find my YouTube channel where I archive all the streams. Oh, I blew that cloud up. But that's gonna be it for tonight. So thank you so much for coming by. I hope you enjoyed.